Everyone wants to be successful in life. That's something we all dream about. But the truth is, most people don't really know how to get there. In today's story, we're going to learn something powerful, that without just two things, no matter how big your dreams are, success will always stay out of reach. So stick with me till the end of this story. It might just change how you see success forever. There once lived a wise old man in a quiet little town. Every morning, he would walk down to the riverside, sit under a big tree, and repeat one simple sentence, over and over again. You will get what you want. You will get what you want. That's all he said, every single day. People in the town thought he was a bit strange. Some laughed when they passed by. Others just shook their heads and kept walking. Nobody really stopped to understand what he meant. Until one day, something different happened. As the old man was sitting by the river, saying his usual line, a young man named David happened to walk down that same path. He was curious by nature, and when he heard the old man's words, "You will get what you want," he stopped. He looked at the old man, paused for a moment, and then walked closer. "Sir," David said, "do you really mean that we can get whatever we want? If that's true, can you give me what I want?" The old man smiled gently. His eyes were calm but wise. "Yes, my son," he said. "I can give it to you, but there's one condition. You must believe in what I tell you, and you must follow it faithfully." "All right," David replied, eager and a little nervous. "Then tell me, what do I need to do? What should I ask for?" The old man leaned forward slightly. "First," he said, "tell me what you want." Without hesitation, David said, "Sir, I want to be rich, not just a little rich. I want to be one of the biggest diamond and pearl traders in the country." The old man chuckled softly. "Ah!" he said, "You want to trade in diamonds and pearls. That's a noble dream." He paused, then nodded thoughtfully. "Very well, my son. Your wish will come true. I will give you diamonds and pearls, but not the kind you're thinking of. These are special. With them, you'll be able to create as many diamonds and pearls as you desire." David's eyes lit up. He held out his hands eagerly. The old man took David's right hand, closed it gently, and said, "In this hand, I'm giving you the most valuable diamond in the entire world. Its name is time. Hold it tightly and never lose it. With time, you can create endless diamonds." David blinked, a little confused. He didn't quite understand what the old man meant, but before he could ask, the old man took his other hand and placed his palm over it. "And now," the old man continued, "in this hand I give you the most precious pearl in the world, patience. Whenever you work hard but don't see results, use this pearl. It will give you strength when you feel like giving up. Remember, my son, whoever has patience can achieve anything." David stood still, quietly absorbing every word. The old man's voice was calm but full of meaning. It was as if every sentence carried a truth that could shape his life. In that moment, David realized something profound. The diamonds and pearls the old man spoke of weren't real gemstones. They were symbols. Time and patience, the two greatest treasures anyone could ever have. He nodded with deep respect and said softly, "Thank you, sir. I understand now." From that day onward, David made himself a promise. He swore he would never waste his time, and that no matter what happened, he would always keep patience. The next morning, he went out to find work. Eventually, he got a job under one of the biggest diamond traders in the region. It wasn't glamorous. At first, he had to sweep floors, carry boxes, and polish stones all day long. But David didn't complain. He remembered the old man's words every single day. Time and patience. While others wasted their time gossiping, David focused on learning. He studied every little detail, how the diamonds were cut, how traders negotiated deals, how pearls were valued. He stayed late after hours, watched carefully, asked questions. Months passed, then years. Slowly, he began to understand the business from the inside out. He didn't rush, he didn't give up. Even when he failed or made costly mistakes, he reminded himself of that pearl, patience. And one day, after years of hard work, David finally opened his own diamond shop. It was small at first, but it grew quickly. People admired his honesty, his skill, and his calm confidence. In time, he became one of the most respected diamond and pearl traders in the entire country, just like he once dreamed. The old man's words had come true. If we pause and look at our own lives, we might see a little bit of David in ourselves. We all have big dreams, Maybe it's to build a business, to be famous, or to achieve something meaningful. But too often we lose those dreams because we waste our time or lose our patience when things don't happen fast enough. You see, success doesn't happen overnight. It grows slowly, like a seed under the soil. You can't rush it. But if you keep watering it with patience and use your time wisely, one day, that seed will bloom into something beautiful. That's why time and patience are the two most powerful tools we have in life. They may not shine like real diamonds or pearls, but their value is far greater. When we really think about it, most of us have dreams as bright as David's. We want to be successful, happy, or respected. We tell ourselves, one day, I'll get there. But the truth is that one day only comes to those who know how to use time and patience the right way. Because here's the thing, success doesn't just depend on how smart or talented you are. It depends on how long you're willing to keep going even when nothing seems to work. Let's be honest, how many times have you started something with full excitement, only to quit halfway because it took too long? Maybe you tried to learn a new skill, start a small business, or even work on your health. But when the results didn't show up immediately, you gave up. That's where most people fail, not because they can't do it, but because they can't wait for it. That's why the old man's lesson to David is so powerful. He didn't give him money, shortcuts, or magical tricks. He gave him time and patience, two invisible treasures that can turn anyone's dream into reality. Imagine this. Time is like a field, and patience is the farmer. If the farmer uses his time wisely and works hard every day, the field will eventually grow crops. But if he's impatient and keeps digging up the soil every few days to check if it's growing, nothing will ever sprout. That's exactly how life works. David understood that early. Every day he used his time to learn, to observe, to improve just a little bit more. He didn't rush, he didn't compare himself to others, and slowly, time began to reward him. One day, his old master, the diamond trader he worked for, called him into his office. "David," he said, "you've been with me for many years now. You've learned everything I know. I think it's time you start your own shop." At first, David was shocked. He couldn't believe his ears. His boss was willing to let him go, not because he wanted to lose a good worker, but because he saw the potential in him to grow bigger. David used his savings to open a small store. It wasn't fancy, just a single room with a glass counter, a few display lights, and a wooden board with his name, David & Co. Diamonds and pearls. The first few months were hard. Customers barely came in. Sometimes a whole week would go by without a single sale. David could have given up. He could have said, "Maybe I'm not meant for this." But he remembered the two treasures the old man gave him, time and patience. So he waited. He worked harder. He polished every stone himself, checked every deal twice, and treated every customer with respect. Slowly, word began to spread. People said David's diamonds are pure, his pearls are real, and his prices are fair. That's how his business began to grow, quietly, steadily, and truthfully. Many years later, when David was sitting in his office surrounded by shining jewels and loyal employees, he often thought back to that day by the river. He realized that the old man had given him the greatest advice anyone could ever receive. Because time teaches you everything, skills, discipline, even wisdom. And patience gives you the strength to keep learning when things get hard. Without those two, no amount of luck or talent can save you. And if we're honest, that's a lesson most of us forget in our daily lives. Think about it. We live in a world where everything is instant. Instant food, instant entertainment, instant fame. We scroll through social media and see people making it overnight. Influencers, entrepreneurs, celebrities. And then we start to doubt ourselves. We think, why not me? But what we don't see is the years of hard work behind that overnight success. Behind every person who made it big, there were countless nights of failure, frustration, and self-doubt. The only reason they reached the top is because they didn't give up. They respected time and trusted patience. So the next time you feel like quitting, remind yourself of this. Time is your diamond, and patience is your pearl. Don't throw them away just because results take a while. Let's go back to David for a moment. After becoming successful, people from the town started visiting him. Some came to congratulate him, some to do business, and some out of pure curiosity. They all asked the same thing. "David, what's your secret?" How did you become so rich and successful? David would smile, open his hands and say, "The old man gave me two treasures, time and patience. I used them every single day." Most people didn't understand. They were expecting some secret formula or shortcut, but the truth was simple. The same truth the old man repeated every day by the river: you will get what you want. But what he didn't say out loud was this: only if you use your time wisely and keep your patience strong. Let's pause for a moment and think about our own journey. Maybe you're working toward a dream right now. Maybe it's a business idea, a creative project, or something personal. You might feel stuck, like things aren't moving fast enough. But don't lose hope, because everything valuable takes time. Diamonds aren't formed overnight. They take years under pressure. Pearls aren't made in a day. They form slowly inside a shell. And the same is true for your dreams. If you can learn to wait without giving up, to use every day wisely and stay calm when things don't go your way, success will eventually find you. That's the promise the old man made to David. And that's the same promise life makes to all of us. Years passed, and David's name became known far and wide. His shop turned into a large company, his diamonds were exported overseas, and his pearls became symbols of trust and quality. But even with all his success, David never forgot the lesson he had learned by the river. Every morning before starting his day, he would sit quietly for a few minutes, just like the old man once did, and remind himself, you will get what you want, Thim, if you use your time and keep your patience. Sometimes he even shared this wisdom with young apprentices who came to learn from him. One day, a boy named Sam joined his company. Sam was smart, full of energy, and ambitious, but also impatient. After just 2 months, he walked into David's office looking upset. "Sir," Sam said, "I don't think this is working out. I've been learning for weeks, but I'm still doing small tasks. I want to do something bigger. I want success faster." David smiled gently, recognizing the same hunger he once had. He motioned for Sam to sit down. Then he opened his desk drawer and took out 2 small stones, one clear like glass, the other white like a pearl. He placed them on the table and said, "Sam, let me tell you a story." And he told him everything, about the old man by the river, about the 2 treasures he had given him, and about how those treasures changed his life. When David finished, Sam sat quietly for a while. Then David said, "You remind me of myself when I was young. You want results fast, but some things cannot be rushed. If you want to succeed, you need these 2 gifts, time and patience. Without them, even talent will fade." Sam nodded slowly. He stayed, worked hard, and eventually became one of the company's best traders, all because he learned how to wait and how to use his time wisely. The truth is, this story isn't just about David or Sam. It's about all of us. Every single person wants to succeed, to have a better life, to make a name, to achieve something meaningful. But only a few truly understand what it takes to get there. We think success is about luck or opportunity. But the foundation of every achievement comes down to how we use our time and how much patience we have. Time is the only resource that never comes back once it's gone. Every second you waste is a diamond slipping out of your hand. And patience. Patience is the strength that keeps you going when nothing seems to work. Let's say you're building a business. You invest your energy, your money, your heart. For months, maybe years, you see little progress. That's the test of patience. Most people give up right there, and that's exactly why only a few ever succeed. Or maybe you're chasing a personal goal, studying, creating, building a YouTube channel, or learning a skill. You start full of motivation, but when results are slow, you lose interest. That's where your pearl of patience must shine. Because real success doesn't happen when it's easy, it happens when you don't quit. Now think about your own journey. Where are you spending your time? Are you using it to build something that matters, or are you letting it slip away on distractions? And when things get hard, do you lose your patience, or do you stay calm, trusting that your time will come? If you can control these 2, time and patience, everything else in life becomes easier. You'll stop comparing yourself to others. You'll stop doubting your path. You'll understand that success isn't about speed, it's about direction. Because the world rewards those who keep showing up. Those who keep trying even when no one's watching. Those who plant seeds every day, knowing that one day those seeds will grow into something extraordinary. If you believe this story carries a message that others need to hear, please like and share this video, because maybe someone out there is about to give up and just needs this reminder. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can stay inspired with more stories that help you grow, dream, and live with purpose. I'll see you again in the next story. Till then, be patient, be thankful, and keep moving forward in life, because your diamonds and pearls are already in your hands.